Mississippi. A couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground. We're going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So LSU's offense will go on the attack first. The last time these two got together for the boot, it was the Hogs pulling out a dandy.
And this boot means something to the Hogs, right? Like, they're the underdog in this matchup. People more talk about LSU, but this is a rivalry. Always a lot of hate, always a lot of excitement, emotion, adrenaline in this matchup.
This is a game Arkansas wants badly because on paper they're normally not as talented as their counterpart in LSU, but it means so much to them, and LSU's got to play with more intensity this time around.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, a couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Foster. Pressure coming. He's got him. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Carr. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we had once the Razorbacks joined the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big Golden Boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200 pounds. It's 24-karat gold. Palmer, this is the trophy you want to win. There's some bad trophies out there, but this boot is a big deal.
It fills your trophy case. It's got girth. It's got weight. You appreciate that. I know everyone's going to say, no, Italy's the boot. No, it's not. Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Golden Boot trophy. That's what it's all about.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Carr. Headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw, it's Foster. Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Razorbacks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
Man, this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jason.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past?
There he goes! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off play action. Got his man downfield. Oh, what a caught. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly deep downfield. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
And after yet another third down conversion, they've got it first and goal. He'll keep it himself. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He will not come into the game. They'll go for it on fourth. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab on the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Pulls it in. It's Carr. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC, and man, some of the names that have had moments: Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, all of it over a Golden Boot.
And been playing since 1901. You think about all the great rivalries in college football, especially in the South. This is one of the best ones here. Not always have been in the same conference, but they've played a lot of times, David, and it gets hot every time they meet up.
Yeah, and the boot is the shape of Arkansas with the shape of Louisiana, so obviously close proximity, bragging rights on that.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy, but he's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Looking to pass. It's Foster. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Bunch formation for these receivers. Now he's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
He wants to throw it. Big fella moving. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. On play action on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
To the air on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's high. Good, solid tackle.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 40. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Foster. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, LSU! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Safe completion on the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. Couldn't find a lane. They pick up a 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity. They weren't able to do it there.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Dropping back, it's Foster. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He makes a grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking to throw, it's Foster. He gets it in! Touchdown, Tigers! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. And he'll pick up one. It brings up second and 9. The Razorbacks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Gets the back moving. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Finds his big tight end. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Foster. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. LSU lining up first and goal. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football.
And with a hallelujah man. Touchdown, Tigers.
I gotta tell tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Razorbacks. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that golden boot.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Shepard. And the returner goes down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
He's going to take off. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air, it's Foster. Got it in the middle, it's Wormley. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have with the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Shepard. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
At the 40, there he goes. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Foster. Throws to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Wormley. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They're going to run it. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Hold offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Release to the back. Pulls it in. It's Wormley. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Here we go. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the misconnection on the 1st attempt. See if he gets a little looser. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds us back in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Razorbacks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Shepard. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll run the sneak for it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And I like it. No hesitation, belief in my offensive unit. 4th and short equals success for me. I want the touchdown now set up on a 1st and goal situation because of good.
He's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th.
Offense facing 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long, like, they can run the football.
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Harvey. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
He's taking a deep shot. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough to get.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is,
deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. There is joy all across the bayou as LSU takes down Arkansas in the battle for the Golden Boot. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.